Hey everybody, Multiclass Gamer here. Welcome back to more Metroid Prime Trilogy. In this episode, we're going to be entering the second major region of Aether, Torvus Bog. I almost said Talon 4. What the hell kind of paradox would that have been? Anyways, yeah, we got tree bats to start off with to greet us. And hey, there's a key bearer there. But more importantly, this is the official introduction to the region. Yep, it's Western Washington again. That area just keeps on coming up and all the reminders. No matter what I do. Alright, so anyways, we got quite a few entries here. We got this Torvus bearer pod. Living storage units. Once again, yes, more of this barbaric practice of using living things as storage units. And we've also got these new enemies. These guys are pretty annoying. These are the shredders. Basically, they fly towards you, and as they get closer to you, they inflate more and become basically more volatile, essentially, the closer the more inflated they are. But also, so are these storage units. They actually leave behind a dangerous gas, so you have to basically put on your nose clipper and go from there in order to survive. Anyways, this is S. Dealies. Yeah, we'll go with that, S. Dealies. They came to the lagoon in the night, delivering true death blows before I could detect them. As my life faded, I sent a call to the cadre to warn of this surprise attack. May they find my key and dispatch the Ing who killed me. Only then will my final rest be peaceful. And yet we never see Ing come into the light ether, interestingly enough, so I'm not sure how the Ing are killing off the Luminoth and bringing them back to light ether, but whatever. So there's our save station right there. And to be honest, I'm recording this episode just because I couldn't save, unless I did record this episode, because I didn't have any access to any save stations, and I would have, activated that cutscene, and it's just, yeah, you would have missed it. Anyways, we actually have to raise this bridge and open up these borders here. So best thing we can do is just traverse underwater and wade through there to find another door. Alright, so these are hidlings. Aquatic miniature herd animals. Targets travel in large swarms. Contact with targets can cause minor damage. Or you can just take them out easily. And they will usually leave behind pickups for you if you need any. So that's all well and good, but yeah, obviously, since we're in the water area of the game, that means we're going to run into the issue of water, liquid environments hindering our movements. So, and unfortunately, there will be no way to deal with that in this game like there was in Prime 1, because there is no gravity suit. So there's no possible way, that we could possibly not be hindered by liquid environments for the rest of the game, unfortunately. So that sucks. Torvus Bog sucks, just for that reason alone. Yeah. Now in here we have more of these creatures. These guys are very annoying, like in a special kind of way. Basically, they jump between dimensions, between dark and light aether. Flying planet predator bursts from Earth takes flight. Fires sonic blast, generates stealth field that disrupts most visors. Yeah, so you won't be able to see them essentially. The only thing you can do is just kind of predict where they're going to be at, but yeah, they attack you with sonic bursts, so those are difficult to avoid because you can't see them very well. I could just fire rapidly at them, but honestly, I find it better just to ignore them. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, we have green holograms. We don't have access to these quite yet. Oh yeah, I guess this is another chance to scan a Kinetic Orb Cannon if you don't have that yet. But we would rather activate it first. Can I? No, actually, I can't go through that door quite yet. I can, but it's going to lead to a dead end. Instead, we want to go through this one. This will actually loop us back to that first room. Remember this for later as well. Can't quite get to that missile expansion right now. So just going to tease you for a bit. Is this a... No, I don't think this gate system is a lore entry. Or research entry or whatever, I don't know. Is there... Oh, can I scan those? Oh, yes, I can. Yeah, those pods. Torvus hanging pods. Field catch for Luminoth military. Designed to hold crucial munitions and supplies for Luminoth warriors. Some may still contain useful items left over from war. Maybe. Or is that just an excuse to hold pickups for Samus Aran? Probably the latter. Okay, so through here, we have... Oh, no. More of these guys, seriously? Yeah, these shredders are very annoying. Like pretty much all it comes down to is just rapidly firing your beam at them until they, you know, just explode or whatever. Wait for them to explode, essentially. Now if you hit the pods while they're up in the air, well, you can actually... Yeah, that's how you use them. You're supposed to hit them so that they fall down. There you go. Most of the time in the GameCube version, whenever you dislodge them and they land, you don't actually see the impact. They just randomly disappear right before they hit the ground. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Never saw that. Okay, now we have a little mini boss of sorts here. Mini boss will become a regular enemy, so it's basically like the plated beetle from Prime 1. These creatures are ruthless, let me tell you. And they're also kind of annoying. These are Grenchlers, water-based reptilian predators. Well armored and deadly at any range, its back shell is vulnerable to explosive blasts, however. So basically, they are this game's version of the She-Goss. You can only... Their weakness is their backs. You have to hit it until it becomes vulnerable, and then you can damage them finally. Otherwise, they are basically you want to avoid being in front of them, essentially. There you go. Now, once you destroy the shell on their back, it causes them to yell in pain, which will give you a chance to hit them. Although, obviously, when you do so, they're invulnerable for a little bit after you first destroy their shell. Alright, this is a bloat sac. Gas stream plant form. Tori creates beneficial gases. Poisonous sap keeps it from being eaten by most creatures. That's all there is to it. It's just another plant form, essentially. What's up with this bridge? Power bridge is online, yet its control system is missing from area. Unable to move bridge to new position. I mean, it's not really missing per se. It is in the area, but yeah, we can't quite access it in its current state. At least in this dimension, that is. Here we have a Sentinel Crystal. Luminos Sentinel Crystal used to monitor key sites, used by Luminos soldiers to observe tactical areas during the war. Most are still broadcasting to UMOS. So yes, UMOS is watching us through those creepy-looking eyes. That's not creepy at all. As you can see, there's a Morph Ball bomb slot that is in a dimensional flux. So we need to access it in Dark Aether. And goes for that missile expansion there. Well, you know what I mean. Alright, and we go to Dark Torvus Bog. Now, first and foremost in Dark Torvus Bog, you want to avoid the water at all costs because, yeah, it's not exactly water in this dimension. Now, interestingly enough, these the Sentinel Crystals in Ether, they're Dark Sentinel Crystals here, so you can scan them again. Our system designed for use on Dark Aether, used by... So yeah, even the dark ones are used by UMOS. So UMOS can see us even in the dark dimension. Alright, so now we want to use this Warp Ball slot here to actually change the bridge's position in Light Aether. But of course, obviously right after we do this, then we gotta switch right back to Light Aether because, yeah, the green door is blocking us. The Shrek door is blocking us, yeah. The Shrek door is the best door, after all. Oh, one more thing to scan here. We're still in Dark Aether. These are Ingsphere Cache. Basically just the Torvus Bog version of the ones that we saw in Agon Waste. So nothing more to it than that. Oh, another new enemy down here, too. These are Dark Flogus. Aquatic carnivorous plants. Incredible resilient. Dark target its vulnerable nerve center when it opens its mouth to attack. Direct hits will stun targets. So basically they are... There was something similar to them in Magmore Caverns, those enemies that you hit the core and they would turn into platforms. Yeah, these creatures are basically exactly the same as those. So nothing more to it than that. Okay, I think we got everything there is to get in this room. So now let's head back to Light Aether. And we will continue our trek through, wading through the Torvus bog. Alright. Oh no. Oh boy. So these enemies right here, these guys are the equivalent to the Chozo Ghosts. Remember the Chozo Ghosts from Prime 1? How they were super annoying? They're even, these guys are even more annoying. They make the Chozo Ghosts seem like angels, essentially. Because, unlike the Chozo Ghosts, these creatures, every time they spawn, will lock the doors. So you're stuck fighting them. And not only that, but also they tend to switch back and forth between light and dark ether. Yeah, you're going to be running into that quite a bit throughout this level. It's kind of a theme here. The best way to deal with them is to charge Dark Beam. But you often become disoriented by them by their ammunition, basically. Because they don't get to see where they're going. So what they do is they usually disappear like whenever they're switching positions, essentially, just like that. But if you hit them with a charge shot with the Dark Beam, it'll freeze them, and when they're frozen, they are in plain view for you to fire at them. And yeah, it's basically how you deal with them. But most of the time when you deal with them, especially later on in the game, you're just going to want to avoid them, but you can't because the doors lock. So what you end up doing is just sitting by the door waiting for them to despawn, because they will eventually they will get tired of you and just despawn, so... Yeah, all around just annoying enemies. Almost as annoying, well, more annoying, but still, yeah, these guys are also annoying. These are Sporbs. That's all the predators, too. Cool. Lurking carnivorous plants. Fires poison needles in battle, can grip small objects in its jaws. I.e., morph balls. Yep, this thing is... It's gonna grip your balls. Yep, it's one of those enemies. Fortunately, the Hyper Ball makes it a little more easier to avoid them, but they're still pretty annoying nevertheless. Yeah, having the Hyper Ball makes this a whole lot easier dealing with them. Hey, what's this? Something we can't use quite yet. It's a grapple hook. Okay. We'll keep that in mind for later. As well as that missile expansion. But watch that be the one missile expansion that I'm missing at the end of this LP. Just wait for it. Okay, so this will activate the Kinetic Orb Cannon that we've entered this room from another angle. We also have a new substance here we haven't seen. Well, actually we did back in Agon Waste, but I never got around to scanning it. This is a Denzium. So keep that in mind for later. Something we can't destroy quite yet. But now that we've activated that Morph Ball, or Kinetic Orb Cannon, this will allow us to get to the other door on the top of this room, which will allow us to progress further. Along with being pummeled by Shriek Bats, of course. It's not Monday unless you're getting bobbed by Shriek Bats. So now I'm gonna have to schedule all the episodes such that this episode lands on Monday, just because of that one line. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for later. If this episode comes out on Monday, then I succeeded in remembering that. Anyways, you want to break through this because this will lead you to energy tank number 5. 5th time's the charm, after all. Actually, I don't think that applies to this situation at hand. But let me tell you, anytime there's an energy tank available, I'm generally going to go for it. Everything else, well, it can wait until we got all the other power-ups in the game. Again with this crap, seriously? Ah! I was literally only one room away. You shouldn't have respawned, or whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so this actually takes us to... Believe it or not, we're already here. This is the Torvus Bog Temple. Yep, that's right, we're already here. And yay, pirates, hooray! Someone's been waiting for us. There's probably a reason for that. Could it be that thing that's sitting at the end of the room over there? Nah, it couldn't possibly be. And of course not. Let's do this. I can find these guys alive and they will be able to do a suicide attack. Where are you? There you are up there. Bastard. No! Bastard! Just like that. Okay, where's my dark ammo? I've been using light ammo this entire room. Fine then, I guess I'll have to finish these pirates off with it as well. God, if only I had my favorite, suit upgrade in the game. I wonder where that is. I mean, this is also pretty cool. Oh. Quit firing at me! Okay, fine. Guess I'll have to play catch with you or something. It's quite satisfying doing that. Okay, now what do we have here? I guess we'll have to find out next time, shall we? Okay, 16 minutes. Let's just do this. Let's get this, okay? Because I've been waiting for this the entire game. Oh my god, it's my favorite. My favorite all-time is back. It's the super missile. Hallelujah. Yay! So glad to have it back. So, once again, hold A button. Press down the control pad. You're gonna see some serious shit. Haha. Oh man, so nice having this back. But yeah, I mentioned this back in Prime 1, but people did point out that I did kind of use the super missile too much as a crutch. And to those people I say, well, you're kind of right, but there were some places where people were inaccurate, saying that I couldn't use the super missile on something when I actually could. And I'll be pointing out that instance later on. But yeah, basically Super Missile allows you to open the Shrek doors. So there you go. Now let's get to that energy controller and hear this Sentinel story, because obviously this is going to be a repeat of the Agon Waste thing. Alright. Alright, Sentinel, where are you? What's your story? Oh, right here. Just not even wasting time, they just put you right in the middle of the room. Okay. A great warrior comes to the temple of Torvus. May he succeed where I failed. I am Avok, the last sentinel of this temple. Heed my words carefully. As you can see, this temple has been crippled by the ravages of war. While the main chamber has been mostly preserved, the remainder of the temple has been flooded. You must use your abilities to venture into these flood areas and find the keys you need to enter the Dark Temple. The waters of Dark Aether are foul and venomous. Avoid them if you can. I have updated your translator module. You can access devices and doors coded with the Emerald holograms. Search the area is now open to you. I can finally access Shrek Swamp! The Ing will seek your light with great zeal. Do not underestimate them. The time for talk is over. Good hunting, and may the light of Aether guide your aim. This is clearly Shrek's swamp. I mean, like, all this green everywhere, it's very clear. Okay. The world warped. Amidst this turmoil, we discovered many disturbing anomalies. Spatial disturbances appeared across the land. Objects went into a state of dimensional flux. Their atoms divide between ether and somewhere else. There was little time to ponder these strange happenings, for we had to deal with the devastation of our lands. Just more sad stuff, unfortunately. Oh. I didn't realize this was holographic too. I should have probably, because it kind of looks that way anyways. Okay, so we just got the super missile, and we now have access to the Emerald holograms. So, I think we made quite a bit of progress in this episode. So, next time on Metroid Prime Trilogy, we're going to possibly take on one of the most infamous bosses in this entire game. Well, actually, yeah, in this entire game. You know, honestly, considering the trilogy as well, I think Prime 2 in general has the most infamous bosses. So, yeah, we're going to be taking on one of them very likely in the next episode, or at least getting very close to it. I don't know. See you folks then. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.